Hello. Who is in the house? This is Sandra Ezeji Anyaele, your marriage preparatory and solution coach. In today's video, I'm going to talk to a generation close to my heart, and I mean every word of it. The generation I'm going to talk about today are the Gen Zs. I decided to talk about the Gen Zs today because as much as we want to correct the bad ideas that people have about marriage, some people saying that marriage is a scam, we are forgetting that we need to train or educate the upcoming ones to get it right. By the time we do the corrections and we leave those coming behind us, the problem is still there. Which is why I have decided to title today's video, How to Prepare Marriage for the Gen Zs. Now, you might want to know, what age brackets are the Gen Zs? The Gen Zs are those born between 1997 and 2012. So it means that they are between the ages of 12 to 27. Yes, so the Gen Zs that have subscribed to my channel, please sit down and listen. Then I want to also talk to maybe parents, guardian, people that, friends too, that have Gen Zs to listen to this video. Listen to the end because you are going to learn a whole lot. Like I said before, I am interested in the Gen Zs because a lot of people don't even like the Gen Zs, or should I say they feel the Gen Zs are giving a lot of problems, because when you are saying one, they are saying 10. It's only when you understand them that you will be able to educate them. Now, when it comes to marriage, the Gen Zs even have a totally different idea of marriage. It breaks my heart seeing some Gen Zs say that they don't want to get married because of course, what they are seeing in marriages. Now, how do you prepare them for marriage? That is the big question, and that is why I am here. The only way you can prepare the Gen Zs for marriage is to speak or teach them in the language they know. And what is that language they know, you may ask? The language they know and understand is speed. What do I mean by that? The Gen Zs are of the opinion that you don't have to elongate things, don't make it too complicated. Just make it simple and easy and they will grasp it. You can also use what they already know about to teach them about marriage. Now, let us use mathematics as an example. Maybe in your own time, you learned that 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. Of course, 2 plus 2 is 4. You also learned that 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. That is addition. But do you know that there's another way of getting that same 4 without using addition? You can use improper fraction. I'm just trying to break it down so that all of us will understand it. If you use improper fraction, you are going to have 5 over 2 plus 3 over 2. It will still give you 4. Now, have you seen it? So by the time we are talking to a Gen Z, use a language or use something that they will understand. Why do we have to do that? Because it will sink deeper and it will make sense to them. So instead of making it difficult for both you and the Gen Z, maybe as your child or as a friend or as somebody you are taking care of, just use what they know to teach them about marriage. We don't have to leave them, because if you leave them, it means that we are encouraging a network of marriage dysfunction, which is not going to help anybody. Now, let's also continue with that math. You know of addition, it gave you the same answer 4. Now, improper fraction gave you the same answer 4. So what is the main thing there? The main thing there is that both of you got the answer, which is 4. So what are we really talking about? When you want to teach a Gen Z, teach a Gen Z in such a way that two people are saying the same thing but from different perspectives. When you do it like that, both of you will understand each other and appreciate each other. The Gen Zs are not difficult. The only problem is that you don't want to be patient with them. You don't want to understand them. You want to do things your own way. Remember, if you are giving a Gen Z an example and you are referring the Gen Z back in the day, maybe when you used to trek 20 kilometers to get to your school, it wouldn't make sense. But you can still talk to that Gen Z, explaining to him or her the way to do something right without towing the long lane, and the Gen Z will understand. Talking about marriage. When you want to talk to a Gen Z about marriage, cool down, explain to the Gen Z what marriage is about. Explain to the Gen Z his or her personality. And I also want to put it out there. We are talking about Gen Z, both the male Gen Z and the female Gen Z. When you want to talk to the Gen Z, tell the Gen Z that marriage is not about the girl child only. Marriage is also about the boy child. Because a lot of time we pay more attention to the girl child. For the Gen Zs, no, there's nothing like that. Both the male and the female should take part in whatever you are doing. So by the time you talk to the Gen Z, explaining to the Gen Z why a male child or a female child who is a Gen Z should do so and so in order to get marriage right, they will understand. Gone are the days when you talk to the girl child only and leave the boy child. It does not go well with anybody. So by the time you explain to the Gen Z that marriage is a beautiful thing, you give reasons to back up whatever you are telling the Gen Z, because they want evidence, they want reasons. You don't just tell a Gen Z, don't do this, without giving the Gen Z reason for not doing that. It will not work. So now, like I gave in the mathematics example, the only way you will appreciate whatever you are teaching the Gen Z is when you are in the same lane with them. They have a different perspective. You people are saying the same thing, but in a different way. The most important thing is that you people get the same answer. And now when it comes to marriage, there are things that are constant. You know that you are expected to respect your husband. And you know as a man, you are expected to love your wife. These two things are like constant. Now, like in the mathematics again, sorry, I will always be using that so that I want us to understand it very well. Now, if, for instance, in the mathematics we had 4, that was the answer. Both the improper fraction and the addition method gave us 4, right? Now, in marriage, the same thing is applicable. There is no hard and fast rule. There is no one size fits all in marriage. If the answer to what you are looking for is, for instance, 4, what are the combinations that will give you that 4? That's the question you need to ask yourself. If it is 2 plus 2 that will give you 4, well and fine, adopt that method. If it is 3 plus 1 that will give you 4, well and fine, adopt that method. Then if it is 5 over 2 plus 3 over 2 that will give you that 4, adopt that method. It's as simple as that. You don't have to say because you use additional method to get 4. For that reason, the Gen Z must use 2 plus 2 to get 4. No, it will not work. Have you seen why I said it's perspective? So it also means that in marriage, just do the right thing, but in your own way. That's just it. So don't elongate matters by telling a Gen Z, you must do it like this, you must do it like this. In our own time, we used to do this, we used to do that. No, they will not take it. Please, we don't want the Gen Zs to run away from marriage. We want them to understand that marriage is a beautiful thing. And we have to prove it through our actions and what we say to them. And also the way we say it to them. By the time you tell a Gen Z that it's expected of a man to do something like this, you also tell the Gen Z it's expected of a woman to do something like that. That's how it works. Now, am I saying that we should overindulge the Gen Zs? Not at all. Remember also, this is the time that they found themselves into. What I mean is this: they did not bring themselves into the generation. They did not beg to be born into the generation. That is why you have to really understand them. Like I said in the beginning, the Gen Zs, the language they understand is speed. Show them what to do and how to do it in the simplest and easiest way. They will comprehend it. But if you want to make it too long, protocol, they won't get it. They will lose interest and they will leave it for you. Is that what we want? No. So we want to try and educate people coming after us so that they do the right thing and the right way. We don't want to make it too cumbersome for them now to say marriage is so difficult. Yes, marriage needs work, but marriage is not the way people look at it. Marriage requires that 2 people come together and do the right thing. Gone are the days when you tell someone that marriage is only a woman, or is the woman, you are emphasizing woman. No, the Gen Z, they don't want to hear about that. And when you want to talk to the Gen Z, you talk to them as an ally. You don't talk to them as an enemy. Because when you talk to them as an ally, they understand you. Put yourself in their shoes. Joke with them. Let them understand where you are going. Don't draw conclusions for them. Seek their own opinion. The Gen Zs, let me put it this way. The Gen Zs are people that you want to reason with. Reason with them. So that when you are educating them, it will make sense. So that when you are talking to them, they will appreciate you. Make them your friends. If they are your children, educate them in such a way that they will see it as love and not as hatred. Please, don't use the Stone Age method to train the Gen Zs. It will not work. When you are talking to them about marriage, don't tell them about how your father will beat your mother and your mother will be the one to still come and beg. No, they won't take it. Because they will tell you that it is not done. But there's a way you will explain something to them and they will understand that a man being violent to a woman is a no-no. You can use questions to draw home the point. That's how it is done. So in essence, what am I saying? The Gen Zs are people that we need to help. The Gen Zs are people that we need to educate in such a way that they will understand that marriage is beautiful. The Gen Zs are a generation that you don't do gra-gra with them. You talk to them in a language that they will understand. Let me tell you, the Gen Zs, they love soft life. Don't make things too difficult for them. Who doesn't even love soft life? Soft life is good. So you want to make your point, but in a very loving way. That's Gen Zs for you. In the comment section, I want you to tell me other ways you feel that we can teach the Gen Zs how to do marriage rights. Let me have your thoughts in the comment section. The Gen Zs are fun to be with. I can tell you that. Let us not be talking about people that are already married 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. No. We have to talk about that, but not as deep as we should be talking about the people coming after us. Because these ones, we don't want them to make the mistakes that are already there. There are some mistakes that you remember, you are not running away, you are in it already. You have to figure it out how you are going to do it with your partner. But these Gen Zs, they are coming up. So we need to educate them so that we don't repeat the mistakes, something that we did and we did not benefit from that. In the comment section, let's discuss. Let's talk about it. If there are things that you think I did not mention, please write it there. I want to sincerely thank those that are subscribed to this channel. Our comeback video was, in fact, I'm so happy that some people still came to watch the video and commented and all that. I'm so happy. Like I said in that first video, we are back and we are back for good. We are not going anywhere. We are here. We are going to be putting our contents that will blow your mind. We are going to be putting our content that will benefit you. We are going to be putting our contents that will be impactful. Then, if there's anything you want me to talk about, any topic as regards to preparing for marriage, if you're in courtship, if you're preparing for marriage, let me know. I will address the topic. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end of this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do so. Like, share, comment. Share this video so that as many Gen Zs and others, their parents, their friends, their well-wishers will listen to this video and, of course, advise the Gen Zs where necessary. I'll see you in my next video.